Good morning. What's going on? Pumped up to be here today. Got a lot to discuss. So let's chat. So I woke up this morning real early and I check ClassPass and I see that F45 has benchmarks. And I'm like, my body's feeling decent today. We could do some benchmarks. So basically, they're asking you to max out on a bunch of things. And I'm like, I feel like I'm going to dominate today. I'm feeling pretty good. So I went in there with a bit of ego and ready to go, like show off what I've created here. And, I was all excited. I was thinking I'll come back. I'll go win some of these and then I'll come tell Paige, be all proud of myself. And they put me on probably my strongest thing first, which was bench press. And they actually didn't have enough weight for me. So I had to do, so they just wanted you to do 10 reps. And they only had 75-pound dumbbells was the highest they have. So that was way too easy. I think the first set I just did like 15 or 20 or whatever I did just to like get the blood moving. And then the second one, the instructor told me if it's too light, you can do a half rep. So you do a half rep and then you do a full rep and count that as one. So I did that. That was actually pretty challenging, but still got the 10. Then the next thing we did was pull-ups, which I weigh 230, 235. So pull-ups are not going to be great for me at this weight. Or really until pull-ups are a low weight thing. So the person who's, weighs in the hundreds, especially mid, low hundreds, is always going to outperform a heavy guy on pull-ups. Yeah, I got 8 pull-ups, which I was pretty pleased with. Decent for where I'm at right now. Then we moved over to deadlift. Have not been doing deadlifts in a long time. And I think I had, I don't even know, over 300 pounds on there, which since I don't practice it and I don't know the form, it was not a good idea to just kind of hop on and try to lift somewhat heavy. Did not feel good on the back. The form's a mess. I think the tight shoulders moving forward, not great. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I lifted the heaviest in the room there because we were kind of doing cardio too. So it wasn't a full benchmark. It was like heart rate up, not full rest. Anyway, then we did push-ups and I did chest yesterday and I've already done got myself tired from this thing. And it was just a timed how many push-ups you could do, I think in 45 seconds. So we did 60. I suspect if I was fresh, I could probably be in the 70s, but was already a little tired. But did well there. Then we did squats. They didn't have enough weight, so I just took that easy. And finally, and this was all kind of, I was just competing against myself to see what I could do. But then we had an all-room event, and there's probably, I don't know, 30, 35 people there. And I think this is what's interesting. So it's a wall sit, and everyone has to do a minute. But they said keep going if you're feeling okay. So the minute ends, and maybe a quarter of the room, half the room just get up because maybe they're over it or maybe they're tired. I don't know. And I'm barely feeling a thing. I'm like, all right, let's keep going. And so I think I get to minute 2. Now the room's really thinning out. It's probably like 5 people left. Then we get to like 2.5 minutes. Now there's just 3 of us. And I'm not really struggling. I'm fine. Like I could talk, I could have a conversation, everything's good. And I see the guy to the right of me, his legs are shaking, older guy, a bit older than me. and then a woman over there, she looked okay. And then now the whole room's kind of waiting to see who's going to win. And this is like my opportunity to get my win. Like, I'm sure I could win this. And this guy comes over, he's this younger guy, and he's like, oh, says to me, he's like, you're not even struggling, you're fine. And I'm like, yeah, I am fine. And then I look over to the guy to the right of me, and I just make this assumption that he needs a win more than I do. And so even though I'm not fully tired, I decide to get up and stop. And then I play it off all cool, and I'm like, oh, I got to work out tomorrow, leave myself fresh. So it's like two things came up. Like, one, like I haven't given myself 100% in a workout in a long time. Because I think I still have a little bit of fear from when I was giving myself 100% in Orange Theory, and I just got exhausted. So I need to remove that fear. Like, I can go 100% and I'll be fine. Especially like I'm starting to build up my body. It's ready. It's starting to get ready to like really go. And the second piece is like, why did I choose this guy over me? I've never met him. I just like looked over at him and I was like, he needs this win. But like, there's two pieces. Like, one, does he actually need the win? And two, like, even if he received the loss, wouldn't that also be giving him something? Like, would he, all athletes know that we learn more from our losses than our wins, which is great because, like, right now I'm analyzing this quote unquote loss. And I'm like, why didn't I give more? I had more. Why did I, feel like this person needed the win more than me? And why? And the other piece is like, why didn't I give 100%? Like, I think when I got up, I think I was a little bit afraid to lose. Like, what if I tried my hardest and lost? And, in reality, it's great. Like, what if I tried my hardest and won and lost? None of it really matters. What would have been cool is I could have said, hey, I tried my hardest. Which instead, now I have to say, like, oh, I didn't give it everything on that exercise. And now I'll never know, like, what could have been. I got up at 3 minutes something, 3 minutes or whatever it was. Could I have went for like 10? Could I have went for 5, 6, 7? I have no idea. And so I have regrets that now, we didn't see what I could do. That was what the benchmark was. It was like, let's see what we can do. Like, I know I did what I could with the bench. I know I did what I could on the pull-ups. Deadlift, it wasn't the right time to be trying. It just, I was hurting my back. But that was strategic. That was smart. Like, I don't want to injure myself. But the two other exercises, I could work at capacity and not worry about hurting myself. And, I would have loved to try to bench more, but they just didn't have more weight. But I've done this twice now. When I was in much better shape than I'm in now, there was a burpee competition like a year or two ago on the beach. And I think this was after maybe 2 hours of working out. And I was competing with this woman, and it was who can do burpees at this cadence for the longest. And then the speed kept picking up, and maybe there was 50 people, and people kept bowing out. And I wasn't really that tired. And I remember there was maybe 2 or 3 left. And once again, I decided she needed this win more than I did. And also, like, I didn't want to hear from everyone like, oh, they were folks in that group that would ridicule me. So I just didn't want to hear it. But like, I got to stop this. I'm working really hard to lose weight. I'm working really hard to build a body that's super strong, that's fitter than most people. Let's go get my wins. Let's go get my defeats. And like not worry about what everyone else thinks or feel like you need to give someone a win. Let's let everyone earn their win. And I think it's going to feel a lot sweeter when they know they've beaten me, given my best, versus, I just handed it to them because I, feel good about myself. Know I'm doing the right things every day. Yeah. So it's raining today, so I don't know how we're going to get our steps in. Might have to go find some place to go or go walk in the rain. All viable options. Well, is there anything else we want to talk about today? Let's see. So we're eating healthy. Might start documenting my calories. Actually, I think I'm going to hop off this and go do that while I still kind of remember what I had for breakfast. Anyway, love all of you. See you tomorrow. We're going to keep rocking and rolling. We're down a few pounds. Body's looking better. Believe it or not, even at this weight, starting to see some definition in the abs. Almost a 4-pack thing happening. I believe as we shed off 10 or 15 more pounds, we're really going to see something there. Upper body obviously is very strong right now. Feeling strong, feeling good. All right. We'll see you mañana.